Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palettes. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Bastani Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Good man. I just finished raking up. We got this huge tree that is kind of between us and our neighbors. And of course, we're well into fall, basically winter now. So for the last 3 weeks, it's just been dumping leaves. And so finally, the tree is done. I've got it all in the compost. And I'm just happy to have it all sort of done and out of the way before we get our first major snowfall because there's nothing worse than like not having dealt with it. And then
Yeah,
you're like, oh, great. I can't wait for rotting vegetal notes in the backyard for the next 5 months.
yeah, yeah. All right. So today we are talking about the Broncano Classic Silver Toro. Cigar is 6 inch by 50, comes out of an undisclosed factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is Mexican San Andres. Binders from Ecuador. The filter is Dominican Criollo 98 and Corojo. Price point is $15, and the cigar is released in January of 2025. So, with all that out of the way, Seth, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
Listen, first we start with some soft cocoa notes, some dark earth and spices, pepperwood qualities, touches of coffee bean on the finish, sorry. Um, Medium strength body, really good first third. Second third, the cigar opens up. Coffee, cocoa, some rich earth, spices. I was getting some more pepper notes. More medium to medium full, a little bit more complex, just more pronounced. Um, and then the final third is just more pepper focused. You're still getting some like cocoa notes and coffee from before, but it's just more pepper minerals with wood and tobacco on the finish. Good burn, very good draw, just a nice performance stick. John?
Yeah, I thought it had a really nice start to it. Seth was reading off his notes. I'm like, is he reading my section? Definitely started out creamy chocolate with a nice combination of earth and wood on the center, so it kind of offset the sweetness from the chocolate nicely, and then earth kind of bled into the finish, which was good. And then as it kind of settled in, I got wooden baking spices leading off with some coffee notes in the retrohale. Just a really nice combination of flavors that I thought were well balanced, even with the earth in there. It didn't take over the profile at all. It was just harmonized really well. Second third kind of kicked off with a creamy tannic wood with some vegetal notes in the center, and then tannic wood kind of making up the post draw. It kind of became largely wood forward by the halfway point for me. Baking spices did come through the post draw through the bottom half, so that added some complexity. But I kind of felt it a little bit linear, especially kind of where it started in the first third. Last third kicked off with creamy wood, mildly dry wood in the finish, and then earth in the retrohale with that vegetal note coming back. But as it continued, the earth kind of took over the post draw, and through the bottom half, that post draw earth kind of moved up to medium strength. So it was kind of starting to creep into the main profile for me. Burn was excellent. Just razor straight through the process. A little bit of a snug draw, 70 inches of water. So kind of 2.5 to 3 notches towards resistant for me. Not terrible, but had to work out a little bit. So I would say above average flavor profile, a little bit of construction issue, but nothing too major. What about you, Aaron?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with slightly smoky toasted oak, some earth, and very mild black pepper. Got some creaminess that joined in a bit later, and the black pepper increased a bit. Later, the smokiness became pretty faint. Second, third saw some cocoa powder join in, and later the black pepper mellowed a bit, and the cocoa powder departed. Final third saw the earth and the black pepper increase, and then towards the end of the cigar, some light cocoa powder rejoined to the profile. So, um, for me, the cigar started off with average flavor profile, kind of focused around that smoky toasted oak, earth, and the black pepper. But oddly, it picked up in the second third. Kind of that cocoa powder joined in and kind of dropped a level in the final third as the cocoa was gone until it rejoined at the very end of the cigar. But um, I'm gonna say it's a nice Mexican wrap offering, and I don't say that very often. So
Sure, he
it wasn't
doesn't.
it wasn't completely dominated by Earth as most of them are for me. So the increase of enjoyment in the second third is was welcome. I mean, it doesn't happen to me very often, but I was nice. It was nice to see. I just wish that it kind of either would have came on sooner or would have lasted through through the final third more. So. Um, I'd smoke this again on occasion. It's a very smooth flavor profile to it. Good smoking experience. So, um, I'm not going to come back to it frequently, but if you know, if somebody put a bunch of Mexican wrapped cigars on the table, I'd go towards this one. All right, let's get into the scores. We're going to start at the top with Seth at 6.47. I gave it a 5.95, and John gave it a 5.8. So, Seth, how'd that 6.47 match up for you?
Yeah, listen, I mean, the cigar delivered well. I think everything that Broncano, Bronchiosaurus, anything that
Mm,
they've released so far has just really done well for me. Um, they're all very different blends, nice complexities. It's a good performance cigar. I would love for them to go to an event and just pick up a handful of different varieties and so forth.
yeah. My 595 matches up well. Above average flavor profile. Construction was really good. Just had a little bit of a snug draw on it. Kind of knocked it down a little bit. Otherwise, it'd be like 6.1 or something like that. But I would say a pleasant surprise in regards to Mexican San Andreas wrap cigars. Usually not a big fan, especially if they're earth dominant. This was not that at all. So, all right, John, 5.8.
Yeah, I kind of echo a lot of what you said, Aaron. I think it was a pretty nice Mexican San Andrea offering, despite the score. I would actually see myself smoking this again. I kind of wish the second third had more of the flavor components from the first third, but it wasn't offensive, like it wasn't off-putting or anything like that. So yeah,
All right. Any final thoughts from you guys on this one?
Which is the next one potentially one is
Ruby.
Ruby?
The Ruby, yeah.
Do we know anything about it?
I was just gonna say, do we know anything about it?
Yeah, let me see what I know about
I
it.
hope, I can see it
Ecuador and
right now
Habano.
being it. I can see it having like this nice, Colorado Maduro color and got to get that, or it's going to be a
Uh,
Rosado wrapper just to have that ruby
Ecuador
with.
HVA
There you go.
All right.
That's all
with
right.
a little San Vicente binder and
Oh, well,
some
Ooh.
Dominican
Seth
Creole
likes the San
98,
Vicente.
Piloto
Oh,
Cubano, a little bit of San Andres Marron, and some USA
Seth's
broadleaf
already
in there.
rate.
And it's
Seth's
coming out
already
of
rating it a 787.
and it's coming out of Kellner. So
Ooh.
Oh,
Seth jumped up that
ooh,
77 up.
yeah, that might be an 8-1 too.
yeah,
Should have released that early in the year. He could have been contending for Cigar of the Year.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's interesting. That's an interesting project. I mean, we've been impressed, I think, by what's come out of Kellner. So, and the blend seems interesting. So, yeah, we look forward to that with great promise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll follow your career with great interest.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Wherever you catch this video, be sure to like and subscribe and check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
That's a classic.